A very good morning. It's an early one today. Been up since around 6 o'clock in the morning. Today is Friday. And this is the start, according to the weather reports, of an 8-day spell of nice warm weather. I've not been on my bike for a week, and it was the same the week before that. So I'm not happy with my cadence of getting out on the bike at the moment. But then, leading up to a couple of rides ago, I had a really solid block of training. But then I ended up with laryngitis after a big Peak District ride. Don't know if that was mechanical, breathing in dust, or if it was viral. Last week when I went out, it was just under 40 miles. And if you watched that video, you heard me say that I wasn't quite up to speed. My energy levels, my power wasn't there. Maybe only 5-10%, but noticeable. So this morning, I'm going to head to Buxton, up the Cat and Fiddle, go get, probably by that time, a bit of lunch in Macclesfield. I reassess, see how I feel, because there's about 4 different routes I could take home, of varying distances and elevation. So depending on the time, depending on how I feel, I'm not following a set route today. So join me today. Let's see where this ride takes us. Thank you. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. And it's already at 24 degrees. I can't make my mind up if I want to keep my arm warmers on or take them off and have the sun's rays on my arms. A lot of loose gravel on this newly paved road on the A6 going down into Disley. I can feel loads of little stones being flicked up by my tyres. I wouldn't want to lean into a corner on this. They seem to have a new method for laying roads these days. They put the tarmac down and then let the traffic do the bedding in of it, rolling it, instead of putting the heavy roller on it. See multiple roads like that, they just lay it and leave it and let the traffic flatten it out. Well, until that actually happens, it's not very safe for road cyclists. I need my Pathfinder tyres on my Specialised. I flicked through my Garmin pages just to have a sneaky at my current stats. I feel like this ride's been in zone 1, maybe a little bit of zone 2 up to now. I was surprised to see that I've still averaged over 200 watts. This is hurting my hands, this, all the vibrations. I can feel the whole frame of my bike bouncing around. The thing is, if they're expecting cars to level out the road, who's leveling out the cycle path part? Very, very, very poor. I'd rather have the Romans lay my roads. Got through the lights. Bike's in non-assist mode. What I love about this bike is how easy it is to cycle. Once you build up the speed, the momentum, even with the range extender, yeah, without assistance, I can feel it takes me longer to get up to speed, but once I'm up to speed, I'm constantly applying over 200 watts. Maintaining 18, 19 miles an hour is fine. But what I like about that is when I'm going up a long drag into a headwind, like Long Hill, I can put it into level 2 assist, because for long stretches of this ride, I'm using no assist whatsoever because of the speed I'm carrying. And then at Long Hill, I think it normally takes me about 25, 26 minutes for the 5-mile climb. I still average over 300 watts myself, but going up at 15, 16 miles an hour is just such a great feeling. Yeah, I could get up with no assistance on a normal bike. Clearly, if I'm putting out 300 watts. But on an 8 kilogram bike, I'll probably be going up at 8, 9 miles an hour maybe. Which means my cappuccino in Buxton's going cold. So, nah, I prefer this. I just stopped for a quick energy gel, a quarter of the way up Long Hill, only because it's the first thing I've eaten. I've just had half of a huge Sicilian lemon cookie. Oh my God, it's nice. A cyclist went past me about 3-4 minutes ago, probably about half a mile ahead. So now we have a target, don't we? Let's get to the top of Long Hill before they do. So I'll be putting out a sustained 350 watts up this, which in level 2, between my 350 and whatever the bike's putting out, means we get up this 5-mile climb with an average of 3-4% at 15 miles an hour plus. I'm doing 16 now. Yeah, this cyclist has got a huge head start. Oh, they overtook her once. I can see her 200 meters ahead. So I'll be closing her down. I'd say I've been cycling within myself, in my comfort zone, I would say. Not pushing out of it. I just checked, and the 18 miles that I've done, I've averaged 210 watts. Quite happy with that. 15 mile an hour headwind going up Long Hill today. With the wind coming from the south, that's what's bringing all this warm weather in the next week. Just entering the Peak District National Park. Fuck off. I forgot to restart my Garmin. You ass hat. Just let it auto pause. Sorry, I'm not doing my usual talking. I'm concentrating on my riding today. Headwinds horrible. Pulling my neck and getting buffeted by this wind. Whew. Fernie Lee Reservoir down there, down in the Goit Valley. Yeah. Why, when you hit a steep bit, does the wind pick up? Huh? Can you hear that wind? Wow. Blooming headwind. Heart rate 175. Headwind was so strong, I actually dipped under 10 miles an hour then. It's not like me. But strong headwind and the 5% climb in the Peak District can do that. Maybe I should come out of eco on the bike. Nah. I only want it to take the edge off. My word, my front wheel's getting buffeted here. I've got a crosswind coming from my right, front right. Hopefully I should get into Buxton, even with all this climbing, with an average speed of 15 miles an hour. I think it's about the 5th or 6th time I've cut through Buxton this year. Once I have this ride in my legs, I'm planning on Tuesday evening going out on my Specialized hybrid and spinning out 30 miles just to keep the fitness ticking over, and then possibly Friday morning set off early and go do Winnats Pass, Mam Nick and Peaslow, all of them in the greatest climbs. I'll also be taking and showcasing the Mahle Energy Hub, coupled with my Anchor 100 watt super duper duper fast charger. So basically, you take your range extender off, sit it in a little puck caddy, use a phone charger, well, super fast phone charger, 100 watts, and while I'm having a pot of tea and a scone and cream, I'm going to be showing a counter to show the time I plug it in. And for example, if I'm spending 30 minutes in the cafe, how many watts or percentage, we'll work out the watt hours once we see how many percentage. So if I get there with 10% charge, can I stop for a cup of tea and a biscuit or whatever? And then within half an hour, I've got 50% in the range extender. And then I could use the range extender for the long, so strange road, if you've ever rode it, between Hope and Edale. It's just a long, draggy 2-3%. Sometimes you don't, it doesn't even look like you're climbing, but your legs tell you are. And I think last time I did it, I had headwinds too. So if I can use the range extender for that section to Edale, say in Eco, and then get to Mam Nick, going up Mam Tor, I can flip over to the internal battery that will be full. I'm wondering if, with a motor that's already warmed up and a battery that's completely fresh and high voltage, will I get the maximum 275 watts, 65 Newton meter equivalent push to get up Mam Nick with plus my own steam? That's what I would like to show. So if you stick with me, that could be the video Friday evening that I upload next week. And that should be a good one. It's a sort of ride to sit and dream about. We're still climbing the Cat and Fiddle. Maybe a third of the way up. You sort of crest soon, but then you have a downhill section where you can build up some speed, and then you have the last little bit of a climb towards the pub. But usually you can carry good speed until the last bit of the climb, keep your momentum and get up with ease. I've averaged nearly 230 watts for the whole of this ride. I'm putting out 4.6 watts per kilogram. Just seen 7. I can't put out 7 watts per kilogram. Nah, glitch in the matrix. Should hopefully get to Macclesfield well before 12 o'clock, 30 odd miles in. Wow. Wow, that headwind is strong. It's coming from front left. So I'm having to fight with the bike, with the front wheel. Oh my word, this is hard. This is scary. I can't control my front wheel. How about if I go in the drops? Yeah, that's better. Pushing down onto the drops. Pushing down hard. Just to try and keep my front wheel steady. My word, this is sketchy. No, I don't like this. I am actually nervous. Relax, Leon. Relax. Relax your shoulders. If I relax for a split second, the wheel shoots out to the right. I've not even got deep section wheels. My word, this is bad. My word. Sir Alex Ferguson, squeaky bum time again. Hopefully when I'm off this plateau, with hills surrounding me on the way down, I might get a little bit of protection. But up here, wow, should come with a health warning. My front wheel did not want to stay going forwards, pointing straight ahead. Not fun. I think I'm going to gather myself at the top before heading downhill. Just to calm my nerves. Could jump in that. 2% climb, doing almost, according to this, 16 miles an hour, 285 watts in level 1 assist, which I have turned down to 70%. Right, nearly at the pub. I'll see you on the descent. I've been climbing the 2% at 20 miles an hour. I think I found my groove. No assistance at that speed. I must have had a tailwind or something. Surprised myself then. I mean, what's my average watts today? Almost 230. I'm gonna pick that up even more. Fuck it. Peak District Cyclist is back. Just got to try and get down to the bottom of this hill without falling off. These crosswinds. I keep getting whiffs of the sea. I'm nowhere near the sea. Do you know that seaweed smell? Does fertiliser on the fields have seaweed in? I keep thinking I'm in Wales. Weird. But anyway, I've said it so many times before, even if you're going downhill, never stop turning your legs. Especially if you've done climbing. Clears waste, clears lactate, keeps your legs muscles primed for the flats at the bottom. It's one of the best bits of advice I can give. Another bit of advice. If you want to pick up your speed, don't accelerate super hard. Look 100 yards down the road and think, by the time I get there, oh shit, front wheel wobbled like mad then. Look a couple of 100 yards down the road and think, by the time I get there, I want my speed to have gone up by a certain amount, like 1 mile an hour. And what you do is, you just gradually, I drive like this as well, just gradually increase the power on the pedal. And you'll just see your average speed just slowly rise. But what you are doing, you are not wasting energy. You're just slowly winding it up. The pressure on the pedals. Right, I've got to concentrate here. I work in a hospital, I don't want to be a patient. Because I keep getting massive crosswinds. And I'm having to battle to keep the front wheels straight. Yeah, this is difficult today. You've got to be a skilled rider to be tackling this road at speed today. Or, I'll tell you one thing, if I was on my specialised Turbo Vado SL, I wouldn't be interested in concentrating, because your hands are further apart on flat handlebars, and it just naturally gives you more control. Plus 38mm tyres compared to these road tyres, and a heavier bike. So if I was riding that today, I'd be comfortable. More comfortable than I am right now. So, very soon we're about to go into a section where there's trees. I'm hoping that gives me a bit of protection from this crosswinds, and I can build up a little bit more speed and get into Macclesfield with something like a 16 miles an hour average. Oh my God, where did that pothole come from? I've rode this road so many times. My word. Hurt my hands. yeah, watching GCN and stuff like that, it's not as simple as just pick up a road bike and anyone can do. It's not just about fitness, it's about bike handling skills and not pushing past your experience level. I'm experienced, very experienced, but that experience is telling me to be safe, not to push, not to be stupid. I've still got really strong crosswinds. I'm waiting until it disappears when I get some sort of protection. I can still feel it. I can feel it on my shoulders, but it doesn't seem to be hitting my front wheel. So because of that, I'm comfortable to let go of the brakes. The car behind me is going the same speed as me, so because of that, my Garmin Varia is not showing it, but I know it's there. It's a big negative about these radars. If a vehicle's travelling the same speed as you, it doesn't show it. My average speed is picking up to close to 16 now. So once I go to Macclesfield, I'm going to absolutely tear ass at home. Even with all them hills today, my legs feel amazing. And that's probably because after having laryngitis, my next two rides, my first one was a flat ride with no hills. My second one was to the outskirts of the Peak District, and both rides were under 40 miles an hour. To not push my body into too much stress on your immune system. A 38-mile ride for me is a walk in the park. Easy. Right, slow down, slow down. The road surface here is poor. I don't want to be going over them potholes at 30 miles an hour on a road bike. And that's only because I know the road. Got a wagon behind me, so because of that, I'm taking prime position. No one's going past. Come on, Gandalf, you shall not pass. Highway code says you are allowed to take prime position when you need to. I don't want vehicles squeezing past me. These lights are going to change, aren't they? Yep, knew it. Knew it. Knew it. Right, going Macclesfield for a bite to eat. I'm a little apprehensive about the crosswinds, but let's get down this. I've battened down the hatches, took my laces in, zipped my jacket up. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, watch. If you know the reference. Yeah, I'm nervous. My front wheel will not keep still. I'd rather have a constant headwind. So looking at my Garmin, it's behind me now, so I'm not arsed with that. I'd rather have a headwind or a tailwind. It's the crosswinds. On a calm day, I'd be 100 yards ahead. I'm literally cycling with my hands ready to pull the brakes. It's not good. Didn't know it'd be like this today. It can say 10-mile-an-hour wind. That's the average. That does not tell you how strong the gusts can pick up to. I think with this bike having the range extender all the way, the back of the bike's super stable. It's just the front wheel. I feel like I want to put pannier racks on the front to push the tyre down into the tarmac, if that makes sense. Anyway, I can pick up some speed now. Can't feel any wind now. The difference it makes. I'm in my biggest gear. What's that, 50-11 combination? Over 30 miles an hour. I might have been climbing hills today. I might be taking my time going downhill, but my average speed is still 15 miles an hour. I'm happy with that. And when I get to Macclesfield, I'm going to stop for a quick bite to eat because I've had no breakfast. Although I have had snacks and fruit pop. I have grazed, but I'm going to get a sandwich. I want to pick that average speed up from 15 to way over 16. 16.2 maybe. Shit, this is difficult. Could not keep a straight line trying to lean into that apex then. You think you're good at handling your bike until you get Peak District crosswinds, and all of a sudden you feel like you're a learner. Scary. Very scary. What makes it worse is you can get a 2 or 3 minute respite and you relax, then all of a sudden you just get a whoosh and you feel your front wheel pull out. But I've managed to get my shoulders and arms to be relaxed. Let me bum do the squeaking. On this Cat and Fiddle, you do end up eventually. Imagine taking over me on the corner and I've got to come out. So it's shooting up here. In a minute it'll go to 3-4%. But because I'm carrying speed into it, the reduced level 1, for me, it's enough. Time to push the pace now. No excuses. I've got food. I'm hydrated. I'm rested. As I was saying earlier, don't accelerate too hard, don't burn all your matches. So all I'm gonna do now is just gradually pick up the pace. This is a 2% climb and I'm doing 16 miles an hour in eco, so I'm certainly putting effort in. I always get stopped at these lights, and I don't expect today to be any different. Oh, I think a small part of me was looking forward to the 30-second breather, but let's keep pushing. I shouldn't have come in. Oh, I can see this building, roadworks. The lights in the distance have just gone green. You watch me get stopped now. Oh well, did all right, didn't I? Oh, they built a roundabout. Oh. Oh, I didn't know they were doing that. Are they doing a bypass there or what? Oh, I'm gonna have to look online. Goodbye to the countryside. Human progress is more important, so they say. Not like I agree with any of that. Leave it to the animals. Get more people on bikes. Reduce the strain on the NHS as well. Get people's health better. after stopping in Macclesfield, I feel like my hamstrings have gone tight. So, at some point before I get home, if I see like a farmer's gate, I might get off the bike and stretch my legs out. Doesn't feel like fatigue, just literally just feels like muscle stiffness. Them lights must have gone on red behind. Oh, they did, didn't they? So I've got no traffic behind me at all. So I can pull out. Wide. And get a better angle to turn left now. Here we go. So I could have gone down Pexel Road, but I've rode that way maybe 3 times in the last month. I don't want that Groundhog Day feeling, deja vu. I don't know why I'm checking over my shoulder. I've got a Garmin Varia here. Who's to say in the future we might have a Garmin Varia that has a built-in camera, and on your head unit you could get like rear camera view. How good would that be? There's me thinking outside the box. Get me in there, R&D. Wouldn't even need to be high quality. .39 miles in, 75% of the internal battery. Range extender got turned off at 8%. Hey, Mr. Squirrel. Wait a minute, these 105 brakes are so strong, I could have stopped then from 19 miles an hour to dead still. It's better than Mr. Squirrel getting killed. Peak District cyclist doesn't need a death count. Excuse me. stop in a minute and stretch the hamstrings. There's a nice viewing point where you can see the Cheshire Plain and George Road Bank coming up. You won't be able to see it on these wide angle lens, but, well, you might actually. Let's stop. It's sick. I don't know if you can see it, but there is George Road Bank, the Lovell telescope in the distance. Heading down towards the reservoir, towards Sydnington. Forgive me, I forget its name. Been past it loads of times as well. Am I going the right way? I think so. Not been this way for a couple of years. Maybe 18 months. Yeah, it is. What a beautiful home. Beautiful home. Oh, it's got a little stream in the front. Oh my God. Not fair, is it? Reservoir coming up. In the summer, you usually get hit by a million flies here. See if we can find the name. I know it. It's not, do you know, it's not that far below the height of the road. I'm telling you, a couple of heavy rains. Wouldn't be surprised if it could burst its banks. At some points anyway. It's Reedsmere Lake, or reservoir. It's a lake. There's a yacht club on it and stuff. Oh Roger, you coming down to the yacht club on Friday? Rather. Bloody toffs. It's like that programme on Disney Plus, Rivals. I'm planning my route in my head. It's been a while since I've planned a route on Komoot and followed it on Garmin. I know my way around that well. I just push my bike out the door, click go, and off I go. So I'm going to turn right towards Sydnington, but I am not going towards George Road Bank. Because I only just went there last week. Thank you. My chain's nice and quiet. Freshly reset. Couple of passes of boiling water. Well, just off the boil. At the bottom of the chain, away from the frame and the wheels, using a chain guard. Put one pass, leave it, then one drop of Silka chain stripper on each roller. I left it for a quarter of an hour, come back. Another big kettle of water. Ran it through a microfiber cloth, and I could see quite a lot of really dark tungsten disulfide, like a really grey build-up. That's definitely not silver wax, or maybe some of it is. And my sec. Then got my air gun on it, and then one drip on each roll of Silka Super Secret. Left it until yesterday. I meant to do it in the morning, but I only remembered around 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. But that still gave me 13 hours until I left. And I made sure it was a much smaller drop on each roller for the second coat. Just rubbed it in with my fingers. I don't wipe it afterwards. So this morning when I ran my finger over the chain, I was picking up bits of dried wax. I'm going to spend some extra time later, because I record this video on the Bleak Up Ranger glasses. Once you download the video files to your phone, you then can go back and put over the top the data information, so you will see my average speed and my cadence. I think you certainly get my heart rate. I think because the power meter and cadence is built into my bike, don't think it shares it with the glasses app. Shares it with my bike computer, shares it with the Pulsar One, but doesn't share it with the Bleak Up app. But I have got a spare cadence meter, and they're like the size of a box of matches, so for future rides I could put that on if that information's important. It's a pity I can't get my power data, but you see my heart rate and my speed. That's interesting. Zipping along here at a comfortable speed. I'm not putting out too much power, because I know I've got at least 10 miles to go home. So I don't want to put out too much power now and then my power fade. I sort of know roughly in my mind, from knowing my own body and listening to it, how much power I can sustain for the rest of the journey. For instance, if I was heading towards the Peak District now, or more hills, I'd be going a bit slower in this. as the road picked up then, my speed dipped below 17 miles an hour, and I could feel and hear very slight re-engagement of the motor. That just helped me to crest the top of that little climb. And before I know it, I'm back up to 19 miles an hour and cruising along 20 miles an hour. I took my arm warmers off. Not got sun cream on my arms, but I'm probably only maximum of 45 minutes before I get home, so should be fine. Might have to stop somewhere to get some water, you know. Although I have got another gel. Whew. What a beautiful lane. This is heading towards Chelford. Oh, give me a bottle of milk. So nice to be sheltered from all that headwinds from earlier today. Be nice to get a tailwind at some point. Certainly not got one of them. Got a gentle wind from my left. A very, very good sustained effort on this lane. I'm going to pull over, have a drink. I went to Great Warford for 90 seconds, realised I'd gone the wrong way. I won't mind, I've took this route so many times. Don't know what I was thinking. Just one wrong turn and that's all it was. This left, so I just took one left too soon. I can smell his pollen. I used a saline spray this morning and took my allergy tablet. I noticed the bike's a bit dusty off the roads today, but I have some garage wipes that are also certified to be bike safe. So half of one of them wipes and I'll just wipe down the frame. That's after I give it a quick wipe down with a dry towel. Last thing I want to do with a wet wipe is rub grit in. Whoa. Whoa. Hands need a rest. Just coming up to 3 hours on the saddle, 49 miles in. The world's lightest bike bottle, the Elite Text Fly, and I've got the 550ml bottle that was refilled at St Anne's Well in Buxton, and I had an electrolyte to put in it. Adds a little bit of flavour as well as salts and vitamins. I think my average watts are going to be back over 220, closer to my peak level. I'm going a different way here. This is Noah's Ark Lane. You heard that right? Noah's Ark. I'm going to head towards Wilmslow. I'm just sick of going through Mahle. I've seen that route maybe 5-6 times in the last 6 weeks, so my eyes just need to see something different. I think I'm going slightly further, but sorry, bumpy. Slightly further, baby squirrel, tiny little thing. Slightly further, but flatter, less undulating. So once I get on the main road and tuck in, I should be able to maintain a good speed. Can't go too fast on this lane, too many potholes, too many squirrels I don't want to kill. Just swallowed a bug. Oh my goodness, I already had a protein bar, thank you. Pull in, pull in. Good man. The van looks like, do you know that company Slime? The bottles of slime. It was that sort of neon green, weren't it? What a nice little lane this is. Fucking hell, I nearly snapped my chain then. See you in a bit. Into the headwind again. Wow. Heading into Little Warford in Cheshire. "47 miles in. I think I've gone the wrong way. Shoot. Yep. Well, I think I'm about 7 miles from home. I'm at 16.3 miles an hour average. I'm still not content. I want that up to 16.4. And do you know what? I will. Don't have to go stupid. As long as I'm comfortably over 17 miles an hour, I should pick that speed up now. Come on. So I'm doing 18 miles an hour. I'm not going stupid. I'm putting out 324 watts. The way I look at what I'm doing right now is I'm just putting constant pressure on the pedals. My heart rate is very, very comfortable. I'm at 150, about 20 miles an hour, and 300 watts. I can maintain this. I'm not at my FTP anyway. I'm also at just coming up to 54 miles in. And don't forget, a lot of that was up in the Peak District. Long Hill, Cat and Fiddle Road. It's been a good effort today. I feel like I'm actually recovered now from the laryngitis. I had 2 rides where I had to be very careful. Getting left here off the main road. And this lane intersects the main road I was just on, further on at the Honeybee, past the Cheshire Smokehouse, is it? I'm already at 16.4 average, just noticed. Ooh, can you imagine if I could get it up to 16.5? That would be back to the levels I was at before laryngitis 3 weeks ago. But even if I don't hit it, I'm very close. And today's been very windy too, so. So I think I'm almost there, if not back fully. So today's Friday, 2 12-hour shifts weekend. No exercise Monday. I normally like to relax Monday morning, have a coffee, spend time with my son. I said to my partner what I'd do next week. I think I said it earlier in the video. when it gets close to the time my son goes to bed, I go out for an hour and a half, 2 hours probably, and get 30 miles in. And then next Friday, I'm gonna do the Winnats Pass, Mam Nick climbs, all on the same day. And Peaslow. Peaslow's a killer. It's longer than any of the other two. And it's like consistent 10%. It's one long sustained drag is the Peaslow. Come on, pick it up slightly. See, that's all it took, is that little bit of extra power on the pedals, and I picked up over 70 miles an hour. So I didn't accelerate, I just gently increased the speed. It means I keep more matches in the box. Although I'm about 5 miles from home. So, maybe 4. So this would be close to a 60 miler today, and after a week off, it's exactly what I needed. And like I said, Tuesday evening, I'm going to take the Specialized Turbo Vado, which means more upright seating position, which I actually think then would engage slightly different muscles groups. Slightly, do you know, like you can change your position on the bike to give certain muscles a bit of a rest. Even the change of your feet in position on the pedals engages different muscles. So I would take the hybrid out Tuesday evening, probably go somewhere like Bollington, a couple of little hills. It is an electric bike at the end of the day. Not unless my son wants to join me and he takes that bike and I ride this. We'll see. I want my boy back out on the bike with me. We're about to pick up the speed here. Ooh, nice car. A Lambo. This is quick. It's over 30 miles an hour anyway. 34. In fact, that was quicker than even on the Cat and Fiddle because of the wind. I had to take it easy today. People do not know how to drive at all. Just going past Manchester Airport. I'll be doing a left towards Hale Barnes in a sec. Nearly home. Look at this house at. Fair play. He saw me and he told me to go around. still an arse at home. So I'm at 16.4 miles per hour average, just coming up to 58 miles in. 227 watts. My normalised would be probably higher than that. Well, it will be, won't it? I'm actually still pushing out some good speed. I would love, I'm going to sound like Kevin Keegan in the 90s. I love it if we beat them. I would love to hit 16.5 miles an hour average. Love it. But I'm at that point where I've not got the snap in the legs for the hills or accelerating, but what I can do is maintain a good speed with my usual fast cadence. So even now, slowing down, I'm doing 70 miles an hour. Let's accelerate, come on. I don't care if I'm nearly 60 miles in. Let's get some watts. Well, sort of 760 then for a brief second. It's not bad to have that in your locker at 58.5 miles in, is it? Although that raised my heart rate to over 150, but even that's reasonably comfortable. Woo. Feel alive today. And in fact, with me being nearly 59 miles in, there was a couple of occasions where I went a mile or two and forgot to press go again on my Garmin, so I bet I've already cycled way over 60 miles. But feeling good. I'm sure you can tell. I'm doing 20 odd miles an hour here. This is uphill, 20 miles an hour. Yeah, it's only 1%, but to maintain 20 miles an hour at this after nearly 60 miles, or 60 miles plus, that's telling me that my recent laryngitis viral infection is completely gone. Boy, do I hold on to fitness well. Surprise myself sometimes. I can have a week off, jump back on the bike and do 100k in the peaks and have pretty good stats. Oh, I can smell the old cannabis. Some of the old sativa. Right, I'm going to switch off I'll do a quick recap at the end.
Storage almost full. Less than 30 minutes left for recording.
Okay, so record-breaking day today. So that was 60 miles, 16.5 miles an hour average. My power, 228 average. Here's the record-breaking bit. My maximum power today, 984. I've never gone over 900 before, so I'm buzzing with that. Average heart rate, 139. Over 3,000 feet of climbing. Bike, 57% charge left because I spent most of my time going way too fast to get any assistance off the bike. So happy days. Thank you for watching.